The moon hung heavy and pale over the dense forest, casting twisted shadows that writhed like dark serpents. The minions, usually bumbling and cheerful, now huddled together in a trembling mass, their wide eyes reflecting flickers of torchlight. Gru had sent them deep into the woods to retrieve a rare, glowing herb, an ingredient for a powerful serum. But the forest was no place for mischief tonight. A distant, guttural howl echoed through the trees. Leaves rustled, and the wind carried whispers, soft, insidious, and promising doom. Bob clutched his teddy bear tighter, knuckles white, while Kevin and Stuart exchanged nervous glances. The whispers grew louder, melding into a deep, throaty growl. Panic took hold, branches snapped as a hulking shadow emerged. The wolf was no ordinary beast. Its eyes glowed a sickly, malevolent red, fur matted with dried blood, and its maw curled into a sinister grin. Rows of jagged teeth gleamed in the moonlight. A low snarl rumbled as it circled the trembling minions, savoring their fear. Kevin stepped forward, clutching a torch. He waved it desperately, but the beast lunged, swiping with massive claws. The torch flew from Kevin's grip, sputtering in the dirt. The darkness closed in, and the minions scattered, shrieking. The wolf's growl morphed into a sinister laugh. They ran deeper into the forest, branches clawing at their faces, breaths ragged. The howls followed, closer, taunting. Bob stumbled, yelping as gnarled roots coiled around his ankle. Kevin and Stuart tugged, but shadows loomed. The wolf prowled closer, savoring the hunt. In a desperate bid, Stuart brandished a shard of glass, trembling. The beast paused, then lunged, only to recoil as a brilliant flash erupted. The glowing herb pulsed with unnatural light in Bob's grip. The wolf snarled, eyes narrowing before it melted back into the shadows. Retreating, panting, bruised, and terrified, the minions stumbled back to Gru's lab. But the woods echoed with a promise: the hunt was far from over. And somewhere, in the shadows, the red eyes waited, hungry and patient. The howl returned, closer than ever. The minions' relief was short-lived. The flickering lights of the lab offered a fragile sanctuary. Gru examined the glowing herb, oblivious to the terror etched into their faces. Shadows danced on the walls, and Bob's teddy bear seemed to stare back with a glassy-eyed warning. Kevin and Stuart whispered urgently, recounting the monstrous wolf. Gru waved them off dismissively. Big bad wolf? PFF. Scared of fairy tales, eh? But the minions knew it was no story. The scratches on Kevin's arm and the terror in their eyes spoke louder than words. That night, a dense fog crept over the lab, curling into windows and slipping beneath doors. The minions huddled in a corner, clutching makeshift weapons, wrenches, glass shards, and a rusted pipe. Kevin squinted through the haze, but it was Bob who spotted it first, glowing red eyes burning through the mist. The wolf stepped forward, monstrous and grinning, claws stained with dark ichor. The fog thickened, swallowing light and sound. A low growl reverberated, rattling the walls. The minions scattered again, but there was nowhere to run. The beast lunged, jaws snapping inches from Stuart's head. A burst of light flared.